Muyanti. The living entities are bewildered. Nadatte kasyachit papam. 15th verse, 5th chapter speaks. Nadatte, na adatte, does not accept. Kasyachit, anyone's sins, papam. Na cha eva sa krutam, sukrutam. Lord does not accept assume anybody's sin, neither he assumes anybody's pious activities. Vibhuhu, the Lord. Ajnanena avrutam. The embodied souls are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their sin, their real knowledge. Sometimes people think Lord is also like one of us. Oh, Lord spoke lies. It does not matter. Also, anybody's sins, Lord is not concerned with, neither pious activities. Lord is not concerned with anybody's pious activities nor anybody's sinful activities. This is most important. Vibhu means one who has one who is full of six opulences, which is given unlimited knowledge, riches, strength, fame, beauty, and renunciation. He is very much satisfied. Atmaram, he says Atmaram. He is satisfied. He is not disturbed by anything. Whether you worship him, whether you don't worship him, he is satisfied. When we are doing service, that is for our purification. He is not hungry. Neither he is hungry nor he wants anything. But yes, what he likes to take is the concern. Yeah, okay, you are having my concern. You are having bhavagrahita janab. He is seeing that. He does not create any situations, nothing. Sometimes we say, oh, people are suffering, Lord cannot see or what. This person is so nice person. Why the suffering has come to this person? Why Lord is partial? So many times people blame Lord. Why Lord is partial? For some people, Lord has given everything. For some people, only dukha Lord is giving. Lord cannot see or what. Sometimes people blame Lord. In this one story comes. There was a king who used to drop every day wonderful gold and all these things. People used to pick up and go. From the terrace of his palace, he used to drop sometimes coins, gold coins, sometimes silver coin. People used to take and go. One day he called his minister. He told, when I'm doing all these things, people, even for a small moment also, they are not bothered to see who is giving, thank you very much. No expression of gratitude, just they are picking up and going. People, you want people to look up? I say, yes. They should look up now, at least who is seeing. They should see. Then you don't do one thing. Next day you drop stones. Everybody started looking up. Who is that person? Who is dropping stones? So when Lord gives everything wonderful, nobody is bothered to say thank you very much to Lord. When some dukkhas come, that is the time whole mouth is open to blame Lord. That is why here it is said, Lord does not take anybody's sinful or pious activities. He is not bothered. Our karmas, our sufferings or our happiness is based on our karmas. Simple. Lord has nothing to do. Because of ignorance, we think that, oh, it's Lord who is giving. Lord gives according to our karmas. It's our karmas which play important role. Vijit Prabhu, please read.
नादत्ते कस्यचित् पापं न चैव सुकृतं विभु अज्ञानेनावृतं च ज्ञानं तेन मुह्यन्ति चान्तवः. Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities. Embodied beings, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge. Purport. The Sanskrit word Vibhu means the Supreme Lord, who is full of unlimited knowledge, riches, strength, fame, beauty, and renunciation. He is always satisfied in himself, undisturbed by sinful or pious activities. He does not create a particular situation for any living entity, but the living entity, bewildered by ignorance, desires to be put into certain conditions of life. And thereby, this chain of action and reaction begins. A living entity is by superior nature full of knowledge. Nevertheless, he is prone to be influenced by ignorance due to his unlimited power. The Lord is omnipotent, but the living entity is not. The Lord is Vipu or omniscient, but the living entity is Anu or atomic. Because he is a living soul, he has the capacity to desire by his free will. Such desire is fulfilled only by the omnipotent Lord. And so, when the living entity is bewildered in his desires, the Lord allows him to fulfill those desires, but the Lord is never responsible for the actions and reactions of the particular situation which may be desired. Being in a bewildered condition, therefore, the embodied soul identifies himself with the circumstantial material body and becomes subjected to the temporary misery and happiness of life. The Lord is the constant companion of the living entity as Paramatma or the super soul, and therefore he can understand the desires of the individual soul as one can smell the flavor and the flavor of a flower by being near it. Desire is a subtle form of conditioning for the living entity. The Lord fulfills its desires as he deserves. Man proposes and God disposes. The individual is not, therefore, omnipotent in fulfilling his desires. The Lord, however, can fulfill all desires, and the Lord, being neutral to everyone, does not interfere with the desires of the minute, independent living entities. However, when one desires Krishna, the Lord takes special care and encourages one to desire in such a way that one can attain to him and be eternally happy. The Vedic hymns therefore declare, Eshahu hya eva sadhu karma कारयति ताम yam ebhyo logebhya पुण्यनीसते एषासु एषा साधु कर्म कार्यति yam atho minisate. The Lord engages the living entity in pious activities so that he may be elevated. The Lord engages him in impious activities so that he may go to hell. Kaushit, Kaushitaki, Kaushitaki Upanishad 3.8. अज्ञो जानतो अनीशोऽयम् आत्मा आत्मना सुख दुःखयो ईश्वर प्रेरितो गच्छेत् स्वर्गम वाश्वाभृतम एव च. The living entity is completely dependent in his distress and happiness. By the will of the Supreme, he can go to heaven or hell as a cloud is driven by the air. Therefore, the embodied soul, by his immemorial desire to avoid Krishna consciousness, causes its own bewilderment. Consequently, although he is constitutionally eternal, blissful, and cognizant, due to the littleness of his existence, he forgets his constitutional position of service to the Lord and is thus entrapped by nations. And under the spell of ignorance, the living entity claims that the Lord is responsible for his conditional existence. The Vedanta Sutras 2.1.34 also confirms this. Vaishamya Naigrinya ne sapekshvatvat tathahi darshyati. The Lord neither hates nor likes anyone, though he appears to. Hare Krishna.
Vaishamya na nairghranye doesn't have any ghrana. Na sa ekshatvat. Sapekshatvat. Like taking somebody's side. Paksha. He doesn't do that. He does not hate, nor does he like anyone. Now, somebody wants to engage in pious activities, do very good, wonderful, go to upper planetary system. Somebody wants to do sinful activity, okay, go to hell, everything has been provided. Lord has provided space, place, everywhere. It is what a individual soul desires. Now, 16th verse. ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यव्या यज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परम्. So, if one is enlightened, jnanena tu ajnanam, all this ajnana is nashitam, automatically that is destroyed. When there is where there is it's a dark room, you have come and put on the light. Now, what is important? Oh, the room is brightened. How long it was dark, that doesn't matter. It must have been closed for years and years. The moment you put light, nobody is bothered to ask how long it was dark. In the same way, if a person is in knowledge, how long that person was in ignorance, that doesn't matter. The past is not seen. So, jnanena tu tadajnanam yesham nashitam atmanah. So, the living entity, the knowledge, by the knowledge, is ignorance is removed. Tesham aditya jnanam. So, in this way, it is like the rising moon. The moment the moon rises, night darkness goes away. Jnanam prakashayati tat param. Tat means for him, param, tat param. One is eager to serve Krishna. The knowledge discloses Krishna consciousness, prakashayati. It reveals Krishna consciousness. So, through the knowledge, I should become Krishna conscious. The knowledge should not make me think that Lord has no form. That is why speculative knowledge has no place in Krishna consciousness. If we have the knowledge, yes, I want to serve Krishna. That knowledge, so which knowledge this is? Vaishnava Jnana. What Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita, that Jnana. So this Jnana is personal knowledge. The personal form of Krishna is understood, and because of that, it reveals Krishna consciousness. Okay. Gaurang, will you read?
ज्ञानेन तु तत् अज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मना तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परम्. Translation. When, however, one is enlightened with the knowledge by which nescience is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything, as the sun lights up everything in the daytime. Purport. Those who have forgotten Krishna must certainly be bewildered, but those who are in Krishna consciousness are not bewildered at all. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvam Gnana Plavena Gnanagni Sarva Karmani and Nahi Gnanena Sadrisham. Knowledge is always highly esteemed. And what is that knowledge? Perfect knowledge is achieved when one surrenders unto Krishna, as is said in the 7th chapter, 19th verse. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gnanavan Mam Prapadyate. After passing through many, many births, when one perfect in knowledge surrenders unto Krishna, or when one attains Krishna consciousness, then everything is revealed to him, as everything is revealed by the sun in the daytime. The living entity is bewildered in so many ways. For instance, when he unceremoniously thinks himself God, he actually falls into the last snare of nescience. If a living entity were a God, then how could he become bewildered by nescience? Does God become bewildered by nescience? If so, then nescience or Satan would be greater than God. Real knowledge can be obtained from a person who is in perfect Krishna consciousness. Therefore, one has to seek out such a bona fide spiritual master and under him learn what Krishna consciousness is. For Krishna consciousness will certainly drive away all nescience as the sun drives away darkness. Even though a person may be in full knowledge that he is not this body but is transcendental to the body, he still may not be able to discriminate between the soul and the supersoul. However, he can know everything well if he cares to take shelter of the perfect bona fide Krishna conscious spiritual master. One can know God and one's relationship with God only when one actually meets a representative of God. A representative of God never claims that he is God. although he's paid all the respect ordinarily paid to God, because he has knowledge of God. One has to learn the distinction between God and the living entity. Lord Sri Krishna therefore stated in the second chapter, 2.12, that every living being is individual and that the Lord is also individual. They were all individuals in the past, they are individuals at present, and they will continue to be individuals in the future, even after liberation. At night, we see everything as one in the darkness, but in the daytime, when the sun is up, we see everything in its real identity. Identity with individuality in spiritual life is real knowledge. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Okay. तद्बुद्धयस्तदात्मानं तन्निष्ठास्तत्परायणः गच्छन्त्य पुनरावृत्तिं ज्ञाननिर्धूतकल्मषः. That means he, for him. Is it? Tat sat. Tat sat. Tat means he. So tat buddhaya. Our intelligence should be focused in him. It is for him. Through the intelligence, one should understand him. Tadatmanam. Tad atmanaha. Atmanaha here refers to the mind. Mind should always think about him. Tad nishtaha. One's faith should be in him. Tat parayanaha. One's surrenderance should be to him. One should surrender to Lord. Tat parayanaha. If this is there, if our mind, intelligence, our faith, and our surrenderance are for Krishna, then what Krishna does, Gacchantyaha, he calls us. Gacchantyaha apunarabhruttim, will not send us back. He calls us to his abode. So what is the qualification to go back home, back to Godhead? This first line, Tat buddhayas, tad atmanah, tad nishtaha, tad parayanaha. So if this is there, then Gacchantya apunarabhruttim, will not send us. Jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. In this way, this jnanam, just now we saw 4.34, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadakshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. So this jnana, that is why this is which chapter this is? Jnana karma sannyasa yoga. So through this jnana karma, how to focus all our activities in him. Everything should be for him, surrendered for him, by him, of him, everything. Then that is known as sannyasa. Satanyasa, sannyasa. Okay. Diya read. Whoever is yawning, I'll tell them to read. I know it is night, you have worked hard, want to sleep. Especially Vidra Devi is very happy and very merciful. Somebody told Mataji, I feel so sleepy now. I sleep only in your class. I said, very good. At least you're sleeping at least. He used to come and sleep. 2 hours he used to sleep because in weekdays he used to fight with his wife. So both of them used to fight and he never used to get sleep. Then he told Mataji, actually I'm coming to sleep, Mataji. Is it okay? I said, no problem. He used to sit in the last and used to sleep. Okay, Rick, yeah.
Hare Krishna. Tad buddhis tad atmanas tannishtas tad parayana gachanti apnur avritam jnana nirdhuta kalmansha. When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. Purport. The supreme transcendental truth is Lord Krishna. The whole Bhagavad Gita centers around the declaration that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. That is the version of all Vedic literature. Parat Tattva means the supreme reality, who is understood by the knower of the supreme as Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Bhagwan or Supreme Personality of Godhead is the last word in the Absolute. There is nothing more than that. The Lord says, Mata Parataram Nanyata Kinchit Asti Dhananjaya. Impersonal Brahman is also supported by Krishna. Brahmano hi pratisthaham. Therefore, in all ways, Krishna is the Supreme Personality, Supreme Reality. One whose mind, intelligence, faith, and refuge are always in Krishna, or in other words, one who is fully in Krishna consciousness, is undoubtedly washed clean of all misgivings and is in perfect knowledge in everything concerning transcendence. The Krishna conscious person can thoroughly understand that there is duality, simultaneous identity, and individuality in Krishna. And equipped with such transcendental knowledge, one can make steady progress on the path of liberation. Hare Krishna.
This verse is very important. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmani Vihastini Shuni Chaiva Shapake Cha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. So who is a Panditaha? Who has this Samadrishti? Samadarshinaha. So what is that Samadarshi he has? Vidya Vivai is Samadarshi. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Because of Vidya, he is Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Vinaya means he is very much humble. Vinaya Sampanne. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. He is fully equipped also. Sampanne, gentleness. Vinayata means gentleness. He has so much of gentleness. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne. Brahmane Gavihastini. So he sees with an equal vision Brahmanas, cows, elephants, Gavihastini, Shuni, dogs, Shuni Chaiva Shwapakecha. Shwapakecha. Shwapaka means what? One who's a dog eater. Shuni means dog. Shwapaka means dog eater. So he has an equal vision. He has an equal vision. So what we'll do tomorrow, satsang program is there. We'll call all the dogs. You also come. Brahmanas, you also sit. Elephants, all of you come. All of us will sit and hear the class. So is it okay? Dogs will come and sit. Dogs, dog eaters, everyone. So this verse is not for giving equal treatment. It is for understanding Paramatma is residing in everyone's heart. You have to be compassionate and give appropriate treatment to respective people. You cannot treat Brahmanas and dogs equally. Oh, Brahmana, I'll give you charity. Oh, dog, I'll give you also charity. No. Seeing Paramatma in everyone's heart, not having hatred towards anyone. At the same time, we should know appropriate treatment of what type of treatment has to be given. Dogs cannot be kept in the house. It's a wrong understanding. Dogs should be kept in the no. Dogs are not for the house. They used to be kept in the farms. And for them, a special house is to be made, like kennels. What you call kennel, na? In the farm, they used to guard the farms. They are not kept in the house. They are not made to lie in the bed. It's the most dirtiest thing, making them lie on the bed. You are also sleeping on the same bed. 100 times you're touching the dog. And with the same hand you're eating. In your stomach, what will be there? Lot of hairs of the dog will be there. Like what is there in the stomach of the ladies lips who put lipstick? You have kilos and kilos of lipstick you can remove from the stomach. In the same way, dogs, so we should know what type of treatment should be given. Okay. Sonal read.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणे गवी हस्तिनि शुनि चैव श्वपाके च पंडिताः समदर्शिनाः. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog eater or an outcast. Purport. A Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or caste. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species, but these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to the relationship to the Supreme, for the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. As far as the bodies are concerned, in different caste or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahmana, although the body of a Brahmana and that of an outcast are not the same. The bodies are material productions of different modes of material nature, but the soul and the super soul within the body are of the same spiritual quality. The similarity in the quality of the soul and the super soul, however, does not make them equal in quantity, for the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. The similar characteristics of the soul and super soul are that they are both conscious, eternal, and blissful. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the super soul is conscious of all the bodies. The super soul is present in all the bodies without any distinction. Thank you, Hari Krishna.
Okay. So Lord is present in everyone's heart. Upadrashtanumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwara paramatmeti chapyukto dehesmin purushapa. Is a Paramatma who is residing in everyone's heart. Lord gives mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha. He gives forgetfulness also. It is good. In the dog's body, the soul has forgotten what it was in the past. If it remembers, oh, I was the owner of this place, now I become dog in this place, can it reside? Generally, the dogs are the previous owners because so much of asakti is there. That is why you find some dogs going in Mercedes because it is not so easy to give up everything. It's not so easy to leave your things which you have collected and give it in someone's hand. The consciousness is there, and accordingly, Lord gives that type of body. There's a nice story actually. Once Narada, he goes to a merchant. He goes to a person. Come, I have come to take you to Vaikuntha. He said, no, no, abhi to bhari jawani hai mera. Let me marry and all. No problem. After marriage you will come? Yeah, yes, yes, let me marry. After marriage again, Narada goes. Then he says, no, no, let me produce some children. Okay. After producing children, again Narada goes, I come now. No, no, my children are small now. I have responsibilities. Very good. Once they grow up, yes, yes, I am surely going to come with you. So they grew up, everything. No, no, I should get them married also. Get them married. Let them also produce children. I want to see my pota poti and all. See your pota poti. At least now, now only they are settling in business. They don't know also. They are idiots. They don't know how to run the business. So I have to teach them. Okay, you teach them. Then Narada told, at least now they must have learned. No, now more time. I need more time. Don't go on coming like this. Then what Narada did. Then this person left the body. He became a snake because he was guarding so much. He became a snake. Then Narada, what he did was, he called all his sons. See, there is a snake, there is a snake. Then these children, what they did, they took a lathi and they bait the snake. Now the body of the snake has to be given up. Then he says, at least now understand. At least now, come. See, your only children have beaten you. Why you want to guard this house and all these things? Just come. It is not so easy to go back home, back to God. That is what he said. It's not so easy. So how a person can go back home, back to God? How he can become Krishna conscious? Ihaiva तैर्जितः सर्गो येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः. Ihaiva, in this material world, तैर्जितः sargo, he has conquered. What he has conquered? He has conquered sargaha, birth and death. Sarga means the creation. The creation means birth. What Lord has created? He has given a toy to the living entity. And what is a toy? Which will have 4 conditions: birth, death, old age, disease. You want to be a controller? You want to be enjoyer? Okay, no problem. Take this toy and play with it. But there is a condition. So this person has conquered this sargaha. This sarga not only includes birth and death, it also includes birth, death, old age, disease. Any other comes in between. Who has conquered? When he has attained that equanimity in his mind. In every circumstances, he is not bewildered. Whether in sukha, whether in dukha, he just has to do his duty of chanting the holy name. Chanting the holy name is most important activity for this Kali Yuga. Without chanting the holy name, one can never go back home, back to Godhead. One can never invoke Krishna's mercy. So he is equal in both the circumstances. That means he is beyond dualities. His mind is nirdosham, flawless. Why in his mind is always how to engage my mind in Krishna consciousness. Mind is not bewildered, mind is not going here and there. Nirdosham, flawless. In this way, how he is now, how he has got the nature, he has become flawless. Samam, he has become flawless. Samam, he has become equal like Supreme Lord. So he has attained that quality, Brahman. That is why Srila Prabhupada says, if a person has to progress in devotional service, every day morning one thing he has to say, oh, I am divine, I am divine. Yes, I am divine. I forget my divinity when I put many things in my mind. So if I am divine, I will not be affected by these sense objects. So he becomes flawless like Brahman. He becomes equal like Brahman. And in this way, he is situated in Brahman. When we say situated in Brahman, Brahman here refers to the Lord. Immediately one should not think, oh, he is situated in impersonal Brahman. When you say Brahman, it has personal Brahman. The effulgence which comes out is impersonal Brahman. But that also belongs to Lord only. That means he is situated in divinity. What is told here, he is situated in divinity. Even if he is thinking about impersonal Brahman, but that impersonal Brahman is nothing but the effulgence which comes from the body of Krishna. But thinking that Lord has no form, that is the mistake. Situating oneself in the Jyoti is not wrong, but understanding that Jyot comes from Krishna. Refulgence comes from Krishna. That is more important. Trying to prove that Lord has no form, that is foolishness. So here Brahman refers to the divinity. He is situated in divinity. Okay. So in this lifetime itself, he is liberated. इह यस्य हरेर्दास्य कर्मणा मनसा गिरा निकलाशपि अवस्थासु जीवन मुक्तसु उच्यते. Nectar of devotion speaks about it. Iha yasya haredasi. Iha means in this world itself. It is not that you should get liberation only after death. Iha yasya haredasi. You become Haridas. Karmana, by your activities. Manasaha, by your mind. Gira, by your words, by your body. Karmana manasaha gira. Nikhilashapi avasthasu. How will be your situation, position? Jivan muktasa uchyate. Within this lifetime itself, you are liberated soul. So that is most important. The same thing has been given here. You just have to conquer this birth, death, old age, and disease. Okay, Sonal, read.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी, दंडवत प्रणाम. इहैव तैरजितः सर्गो येषां साम्ये स्थितं मनः निर्दोषं हि समं ब्रह्म तस्मात् ब्रह्मणि ते स्थिताः. Translations and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Those whose minds are established in sameness and equanimity have already conquered the conditions of birth and death. They are flawless like Brahman, and thus they are already situated in Brahman. Purport. Equanimity of mind, as mentioned above, is a sign of self-realization. Those who have actually attained to such a stage should be considered to have conquered material conditions, specifically birth and death. As long as one identifies with this body, he is considered a conditioned soul. But as soon as he is elevated to the stage of equanimity through realization of self, he is liberated from conditional life. In other words, he is no longer subject to take birth in the material world, but can enter into the spiritual sky after his death. The Lord is flawless because he is without attraction or hatred. Similarly, when a living entity is without attraction or hatred, he also becomes flawless and eligible to enter into the spiritual sky. Such persons are to be considered already liberated, and their symptoms are described as below. Thank you. Hare.
So further about how he is beyond these dualities has been spoken in this 20th verse. Na prahushet, na prahushet priyam prapya, no dvijet prapya cha priyam, sthira buddhira sammudho, brahmavid brahmani stitah. He does not rejoice in getting something pleasant. What is priya, apriya? Something which you want. Apriya, something which you don't want. You may want a society where there should not be any disease. For you, that is priya situation. Ask a doctor, he'll beat his head. What am I going to eat if there is no disease? So, if for somebody it is priya, for somebody it is apriya. So, na prahrushet priyam prapya. Prahrushet means he is not prahrishyet. That means prakrushta rupena harshitah. Prakrushta rupena, rejoicing. When is joy, one is rejoicing. That means again and again he is so happy. But he is not happy in getting something. He is not expressing anything. He is very peaceful. Na udvignaha, udvijet. Udvijet means not agitated also in getting something apriya. Apriya, unpleasant things. Sthira buddhi, he is very much self-intelligent. Sthira buddhi, fixed up. Asammudho, he is not bewildered. Brahmavid, he knows the Lord perfectly. Brahmani sthitam, in this way, he is always situated in transcendence. Okay, Anshul Prabhu, please read.
जीवत न प्रहस्ये प्रियं प्राप्य नोदिचित प्राप्य चाप्रियं स्थिर बुद्धिर Sammudo Brahmavid Brahmani Sthita. A person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the signs of God, is already situated in transcendence. Purport. The symptoms of the self realized person are given herein. The first symptom is that he is not illusioned by the false identification of the body with his true self. He knows perfectly well that he is not this body, but is the fragmental portion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is therefore not joyful in achieving something, nor does he lament in losing anything which is related to his body. This steadiness of mind is called sthir buddhi or self-intelligence. He is therefore never bewildered by mistaking the gross body for the soul, nor does he accept the body as permanent and disregard the existence of the soul. This knowledge elevates him to the station of knowing the complete science of absolute truth, namely Brahmana, Paramatmana, and Bhagwan. He thus knows his constitutional position perfectly well, without falsely trying to become one with the Supreme in all respects. This is called Brahman realization or self realization. Such steady consciousness is called Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
We'll stop here. Any questions? We'll try to complete this chapter coming Monday. Hmm? Monday, I'm free. I'll take the class. Some guests are awaited, or I will take the class on Wednesday. By this week, somehow next week, we'll try to finish this chapter. Okay? Mostly Monday, there will be no class because we have some guests and some programs are there. Okay, then. No questions? Okay, then. Vanchakal Patanam Pavanepyo